If that is too loud for you on the range, then you need to be a librarian. Because ranges are supposed to be noisy. Do you just hate that? When people say, oh, it's too loud when you're on the gun range? Yeah, well, that's kind of like the nature of the sport. You know, a bit of noise. You know, it generally happens when you're shooting. Oh, that's too noisy. Can you put a mod on it? Come on now. Do you want to just sort of go to the local library and you just sit down? Or go somewhere where you need to do a little bit of knitting, you know, where it's nice and peaceful for you. If it's too noisy, then you're in the wrong place if you're on a gun range. Sorry, I just wanted to get that out there. I hear that a lot. Oh. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD. And this is the Sabatti ST-18 with a very loud muzzle brake. In your face, librarians. Range librarians, that's what we'll call them. There's range Nazis, and now Rack says there is range librarians that don't like the noise. Right. Oh, I feel better. I feel so much better. You know, just venting on this channel. It's so cool. Thank you for joining me, guys. You can kind of tell how this video is going to pan out already. So the ST-18 from Sabatti. You've seen one or two Sabattis on this channel now. I do like this one. I love the look of it. I've got a few little, well, I've probably got one little gripe that I'm not so keen on. But other than that, the platform, the rifle itself is really, really good. And a lot of Sabattis, well, most of the Sabattis are absolutely bang on accurate. And, well, I've got some targets to show you. So we'll talk more about that in a second. So, let's do the boring techie bits so far. So caliber-wise, this one is in 308. It is available in 6.5 Creedmoor, 6.5 by 47 as well, 6.5 PRC, and of course 308 Winchester, and 6mm Creedmoor by the looks of it. Yes, I am reading off the specs on Sabatti's website. So this one has a multi-radial rifling like most Sabattis have. So it's basically marked on the barrel, MRR. This one is a 1 in 11 twist in the 308. In the 6.5 Creedmoor, it's 1 in 8. 1 in 8 in 6.5 PRC. 1 in 8 on 6.5 to 47 Lapua. And 7.5 twist rate in the 6mm Creedmoor. Okay. High strength 70-75 aluminium alloy chassis, 3-lug bolt. It has a match trigger, cold hammer forged barrel, Picatinny rail for obviously mounting optics, adjustable folding stock, 7-shot Accuracy International or AICS style magazine, AR-15 style pistol grip, and that's about it. Weight wise, you are talking, where is the weight? I've lost the weight. I've got my laptop on the go here. Oh, okay, between it's all in pounds. All right, and between 4.95 and 5.15 kilos, or for you guys who like to sort of work in old money, and a lot of us do, to be fair, when it comes to rifle weights, 10.9 pounds and 11.3 pounds. Yeah, she ain't light. You ain't going to be walking around the woods with this deer stalking, because it's a bit of a heavy one, especially when you've got a chunky old scope like that Arcan Optics SH4 Gen 2 riding on top with Element Optics mounts as well. What a good combination that is. Oh my god. You wait till you see the targets, guys. So, what else? 7-round magazine. Trigger weight 600 grams to 1.3 pounds. We'll measure that in a bit in the usual style. That's about it. That's about length. Okay, length. I'll throw that in. 41.7 inches to 46.5 inches in total. Shall we measure? Just reaching for the tape measure, guys. Shall we measure this? This one is from tip to toe 48 inches thereabouts. There you go. There's the techie specs. I'll copy and paste that and put it all down below in the details of the video. Right, let's have a closer look at this puppy then. So, safety check. Yes, it's safe. I know it's safe. But I'll do that for you guys that moan at me for not safety checking when I've literally safety checked before I press record, but that's another story. Right then, so fully adjustable stock. I do like this stock. Well, I say fully adjustable. You can get spacers for it, but it isn't adjustable for length of pull. You've got to space it out, okay? So that's easy enough. A couple of QD mounts there, either side, ambidextrous. You can adjust the cheek riser there by undoing that. It's tool free. I can't really do it one-handed, but you get the idea. I think you've got to undo that totally and adjust it. So that's your skeletonized stock, which is pretty cool. It is polymer, interestingly, to keep the weight down. It is a folder, so you press that button there. He says, and we've got to do it sort of there we go. Oh, it's folding that way. That was confusing. So it folds like that, even when the bolt is in position. So it makes it a little bit more compact like that. Okay. So a good solid hinge on there. It locks up solid. So that is nice. And then you've got your chassis here, 7075 aluminium chassis, or aluminum if you're in America. I do like that. I do like how they've sort of got this sort of shape going on here. The way they've done it. Let's give you a closer look. That's pretty cool. I think this would look pretty damn nice in different colorations. You know, if you sort of infilled those in a different coloration, maybe black. Do it all black and tan, or maybe the whole thing tan with these bits in black. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Now, while we talk about that and the finish, that's probably my only gripe with the with a number of the Sabattis, to be fair, but especially the ST-18. I don't know what it is. The finish on it, it's very matte. There's no doubt about that. But it almost, when you touch it, it almost sort of, wherever you touch it, it almost sort of leaves a mark, like it's sort of abrasive and it's taking the skin off your fingers. It's kind of weird. You'd have to sort of feel one to sort of appreciate it, but it's dead easy to get it a little bit grubby just by handling it. You know, it's a very sort of coarse finish. It's hard to explain until you actually feel it, but that's probably my only gripe. It's not like a smooth finish to it. So it's very, I don't know, it's very rough, okay? Not rough as in crap, but rough as in a rough texture finish, okay? Right, let's flip around. Oh, I'm running out of room here, guys. Right, you need a bit bigger cave. I know. So, moving along there. So you've got a 3-lug bolt. Let's talk about the bolt. The bolt is, I think it's literally like a 45-degree throw. So you've got a ton of room between your scope and the bolt. There's no way that bolt handle is getting anywhere near your scope. Okay, even with a big monster scope like this one. Now, to strip it down, usual manner, you press, you take down button. I call it a takedown button there. And there is, oh, something's just fallen over here in the rat cave, never mind. 3-lug bolt. Okay, very smooth bolt. Big bolt handle like that. I like that. very sort of easy to maintain, easy to clean, no sort of major nooks and crannies going on there. Single plunger. Okay, good extraction when I was shooting this, good ejection, no hang-ups whatsoever with this rifle. It worked perfectly, absolutely perfectly. There isn't a cocked indicator. That's a shame, to be fair. I do like cocked indicators, but never mind. There's your safety catch as well. Very sort of Remy 700. Yeah, it's noisy, but this ain't no hunting rifle. Not with its weight, no chance. There is the Picatinny rail. Just throw on a scope. Absolutely bang on. I'll show you, like I say, I keep referring to accuracy. I'll talk about accuracy in a minute. So that is your bolt handle, your safety catch. Trigger is pretty nice, actually. Let me remind myself of the trigger. Oh, that is a nice trigger. Right, we're going to have to measure it, aren't we? Let's get the trigger gauge out. That is a nice trigger. Especially now I've reminded myself. Let's give it a pull. Oh, I think I even pulled that too hard. 1 pound, 6 ounces on that trigger pull. That is a nice trigger. Single stage. Let me remind myself again. Oh yeah, that is nice. Very nice trigger. Pistol grip is rubberized. Oh God, I'm earning my keep on this video. Rubberized pistol grip. Would I swap it? No, probably not. It does feel nice, but if you wanted something even more Gucci, then it's AR-15 style, so you can just drop on another one. There's the trigger blade itself. Try and get it in focus. Smooth trigger blade, no sort of knurling or anything going on there. And there is your magazine release. Okay, ambidextrous magazine release. I'll show you the mag. So, full polymer mag. Sabatti's logo on the bottom there. Tough, durable magazine, so, you know, nothing to really moan about there. Look at the thickness of the chassis. It's a chunky one. It is a chunky one. Oh my God, this is getting heavy. This is getting heavy, this rifle. And then it's, to be fair, it is very AR-15 in looks, I think. Then you've got your handguard here with like this sort of triangular cutouts here to sort of make it look cool and to make it stay cool, I guess. And those are not official M-LOK slots, but I would imagine M-LOK stuff will fit on there. I can't see any M-LOK logos on there, but yeah, I'd say that's M-LOK slot in there, so you can throw on, you know, accessories like a bipod. The good thing about it, you could throw on, what I'd do myself is I'd probably throw something like a spigot bipod on a rifle like this, you know, just to add to its badass lookingness. Chunky barrel, guys. That is a chunky barrel. There is no doubt about it. Okay, so that's the MMR barrel on there, multi-radial rifling, which basically causes less drag on the bullet and increases the life of the barrel pretty much. And then that's that very cool muzzle brake that is very effective at reducing the recoil. This was really quite gentle to shoot. Now, how did it shoot? That is the question. So I'm going to throw you out a couple of targets, okay? So, and these are real deal targets, guys. This is no BS, no sort of YouTube editing, pushing a pen through a target BS that I've discovered a number of YouTubers do. Let's just say that, okay? But here we go. Let's throw the first one out then. So, ignore the state of my targets, guys. It's quite funny because I had this target set up next to one of my gongs, and I had a load of shrapnel which sort of go through, which was quite interesting. So 100 yards testing MOA. From what I can remember, I think the weather was, I think it was a little bit breezy, but nothing mad. Now, once I'd zeroed this rifle, in fact, this is my zero. I'll sneaky peek my zero target. So I laser bore sighted it first. Then I bore sighted it just to make sure. And this is my zero where I sort of walked it in. And yeah, so that's my best target. So I'll show you that in a minute. So I'm saving the best till last. All right, guys. So these two groups here are, no, let's start with these, the worst groups. 100 yards, that was with Remington core locked, this stuff. Okay, this was 150 grain, Remington core locked, those two. Yeah, okay, not bad. Then I changed ammunition, I put a few rounds on a gong, and then shot another group. The next group was decent. Oh, yeah, it was these two here. And that was the Hornaday Match 168 grain, which we all know is decent stuff. Okay, that group really well. Then I went on to, once I changed ammo, I then went on and shot a gong for a couple of shots. I didn't re-zero with this ammo. Okay, I just shot 3 or 4 rounds onto a gong just to get the barrel sort of accustomed to that round. Then I used this stuff that I've started using a lot of recently. Hornaday Black ammunition. It's got the AMAX bullet. And the box itself just looks totally cool. Okay. So they were 155 grain. Those ones. That's a full box I've got there. I've got quite a bit of stuff. Quite a bit of this stuff here in the Rat Cave. That was Hornaday Black. And that stuff, to start with, it was all right. You got to blame me as well, guys. Okay, so this is rack shooting, and he is left-handed. So there go the excuses. All right. So that was a group there with the AMAX, with the Hornaday Black AMAX, 155 grain. Get rid of that target. On to the next target, and I just used black then on this. Excuse my zero. I showed you that a minute ago. 3-shot group there, and then there. Oh my God, look at that. Look at that. I am pulling them to the side. Maybe it was the wind there, I don't know. And then that one opened up a little bit, and then look at that group. 3-shot groups. That's, by the way, is my thumbs up sign. I don't know whether it really worked. I'm no sort of artiste. So decent. Find it the right ammo, and this thing will sing. Not necessarily with me shooting, but that's decent accuracy, guys. Decent accuracy. Several outings I took this on. Then I took it out and just reached out a little bit further, out to 800 yards off the back of the truck. And yeah, nailing a gong. Yeah, I had to sort of make a few little calculations and adjust, but once we were on the money, this thing pretty much stayed on the money. With this setup, 800 yards, shooting out my Coldwell lead sled just to sort of eliminate my errors. This thing shot really well. So very, very impressed with this rifle. I really do like this ST-18. The finish I'm not so keen on. Obviously the colour's nice. It's just, I don't know what they do it with. It's almost like it just marks dead easy. I mean, even if I do that with my nail, it's like you've got to rub it all off. It's not like, it's certainly not Cerakote. I think this would scratch up pretty easy. So I think if it was me, and you can get these in desert tan. I have seen them in like the FDE colour. And I have seen it where they mark up pretty easy. So myself, I think if I was having one of these, I'd probably spend the extra money and just get it hit with some Cerakote. But that's just me. But the rifle itself, laser beam accurate. But feed it the right ammo. If you guys are into your reloading, which I certainly am not, I just have not got time for that. You'll absolutely make this thing a precision shooter. So. But no, I'm not into my reloading yet. No, not yet. Not with 2 young kids. And Mrs. Rack would, she moans that I'm actually doing this at times, let alone being stuck in here, doing a bit of chemistry as well. I think that'd be it. I would be underneath the patio somewhere, I'm sure. But no, guys, seriously, the ST-18 from Sabatti, I am liking it. It's very accurate. There's no doubt about it. I think Sabatti just need to sort the finish out a little bit. The finish is, although I'm on about the finish, I'm not saying it's bad, quality-wise or anything like that. I'm just not keen on the actual finish. It's like leaves your skin behind almost. Don't know, unless I'm just shedding my skin. But anyway, guys, that is it. That is your rack and load review of the Sabatti ST-18. It is accurate. There is no doubt about it. Like pretty much all the Sabatti rifles that I've had here in the rack cave, on the rack table, they are absolutely laser beam accurate. Feed it the right ammo and you will be laughing at the range. You'll certainly be laughing at the range librarians as well that don't like that. But yeah, you can take that off on a serious note and put on a mod if you need to. But no, guys, the Sabatti ST-18. That is your rack and load review. Thanks for watching. That's rack and load. See ya.